Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. The Trojans offense will take the field first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the... quarterback position, David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The play-action fake. Here comes the heat. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
The Trojans send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Here's a return from midfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here's the handoff. Breaks into the open. Just what this... was looking for, sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll ride the hot hand. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hawkeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your...
And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Back to pass, it's Fox. That's caught, it's Black. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good block. down. And the Trojans in the hurry-up.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution. Picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. They punted away on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Already a solid start to this one. Now back. Just broke it. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Hawkeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to...
Turning it on! He's got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. The sneak scores it.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs and and they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Back to throw, it's Fox. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Gets rid of it, and it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Tatum. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Bring in the heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Fox. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking for room. It's Kruger. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, who says you can't rub the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Running to the left. Creates a little room. Makes it past the marker. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Trying play action. Buying some time as he moves left. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
And the Trojans line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle, it's Spillman. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Scanning the field, it's Fox. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Back to pass on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans will punt it away. Fourth down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got it.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Hawkeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
The lone back's got it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And he'll finish the line in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Out of bounds, stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Fox. They face a pretty tall mountain here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Now this offense is back on the field. On the ground, it's Kruger. Trying to take it back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with...
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They're going to ride this running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Hawkeyes can really attack on this second and short. Give to the running back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. Picks up the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Hawkeyes will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's second and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. They'll leave it with him. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
And the Trojans will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Fox. Makes the grab. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. He might want another play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the left. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Firing to the right, complete. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pulls it in. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. First play from scrimmage here in the 2nd half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll run play action. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
With the catch, it's Jordan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Off play action. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. And off to Jones. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. The Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's complete on the right side. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on the counter. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard. Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Picks up 4. Now, a 4th down.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they want it to